Before you can have your dealership license issued, the Florida Highway Safety and Motor Vehicles Department requires you to purchase a surety bond. This is also called an auto dealer bond. If this is your first time getting an auto dealer license, the concept of a surety bond is probably pretty new to you. But that's why I created this video, and that's why we're going to cover things like a quick overview of the Florida dealer license classifications, what an auto dealer bond is, why the department requires this surety bond, where and how to purchase the bond to save money, plus helpful resources to make the application process easier to get through. All right, two things real fast. One, I'm going to say the department when referring to Florida's Highway Safety and Motor Vehicle Department. And two, hit that like button for me. It's going to help YouTube put this video in front of other Florida dealers so that they too can learn about the surety bond requirement. Okay, let's start with a quick overview of the 8 Florida dealer license classifications. Any person who offers to sell or sells 3 or more vehicles in a 12-month period in Florida is considered an auto dealer. And any auto dealer is required to be licensed under law. Here are the classifications in Florida for all auto dealers. Franchise dealer, service facility dealer, independent or used vehicle dealer, recreational dealer, wholesale dealer, auction dealer, mobile home dealer and or broker, salvaged vehicle dealer. Each license classification is independent. So this means if you're selling used motor vehicles, but you also want to sell recreational vehicles, you have to get licensed in both classifications. So each one has their own application process, and this includes the surety bond. So this brings us to, what is an auto dealer surety bond? An auto dealer bond is a type of surety bond. And a surety bond is a form of insurance that acts as a guarantee pretty much for 3 things. So that 3 things are going to happen. 1, you're going to follow all laws, regulations for the state of operating a dealership in the state. 2, you're going to conduct business with your customers in a fair and ethical way. You're not going to try to cheat them. And 3, you're going to pay all sales tax for all vehicles sold or merchandise sold through the dealership. So, if a surety bond is a form of insurance, what does an auto dealer bond protect against? It's an unfortunate fact, but every year there'll be a handful of dealers that will purposely take advantage of their customers or neglect to pay sales tax for things, vehicles sold or merchandise sold. Examples of these fraudulent acts can include things such as failing to transfer a title, selling vehicles with no title, misrepresenting vehicle information like mileage, manufacturer year, or accident history, stealing from customer deposits, not paying sales tax for sold vehicles or merchandise through the dealership. If a dealer is found guilty of any of these actions, their customers or the state, in the case of failing to pay sales taxes, can bring a claim against the bond for financial compensation, but only if the claim is deemed valid and only up to the amount of the bond, which brings us to, what is the bond amount? The bond amount is set by the department for each license classification. For franchise dealers, service facility dealer, independent or used vehicle dealers, wholesale dealers, auction dealers, mobile home and or broker dealers, salvage vehicle dealers, the bond amount is $25,000. Recreational dealers have a bond amount of $10,000. Recreational dealers with more than 4 supplemental locations have a bond amount of $20,000, and mobile home dealers with more than 4 supplemental locations require a $50,000 bond. This bond amount is the maximum amount of coverage available to your customers and the state for any valid claim. The price to purchase this bond is going to be a small fraction of this bond amount. So, how much does an auto dealer bond cost? Similar to traditional insurance, the price of a surety bond is going to be affected by a rate quoted from a surety. The surety is just the insurance company that underwrites surety bonds, and every surety does their own independent analysis or assessment to determine this rate. This rate multiplied by the bond amount is going to be the price that you pay. There are a few primary factors that affect this rate, and these are the personal credit of the owner or owners, the business and industry experience, any prior bond claims if an owner has previously been licensed with a past claim, the current landscape of the auto industry in the state. Having helped thousands of auto dealers get bonded, the fact is these rates can vary a lot. So finding the lowest rate can potentially save you hundreds of dollars. It's important. That's why it's really important to understand how to not overpay for your auto dealer bond. It's best to use a specialized surety agency like Surety Bonds Direct when purchasing a surety bond. The reason is a specialized surety agency works with multiple A-rated sureties. And this allows us to price shop for you to find the lowest possible rate and therefore the lowest possible price. Here's how this works. Request a quote online or over the phone from Surety Bonds Direct. Your bond specialist will hit the phones working with our network of A-rated sureties to find you the lowest possible price. It costs you nothing to have a bond specialist find you pricing, and once they deliver pricing, you're under no obligation to actually purchase the bond. So it makes sense to see how low of a price you can possibly get, because you can take your savings and put it towards your application fees or any of the other fees that are required to get your dealer license. Let's look at the $25,000 bond amount for an example of pricing. The rates that I'm going to read off range from really good to about average. 0.5% rate has a price of $125. A 1% rate has a price of $250. A 2.5% rate has a price of $650. Purchasing a Florida dealer bond is as easy as purchasing anything online. All you have to do is fill out the online order form. And once you do, our issuing department will get to work immediately to issue your bond. How long does it take to get your bond? It typically only takes about less than 1 business day to get your bond, maybe 1.5 to 2 days at most. Our issuing department is going to prepare your bond with all the necessary seals, signatures, and power of attorney required by the department. The great thing is Florida allows us to email the bond to you, so it really makes the process that much faster. When you get your bond in your email, all you have to do is just print it off, sign it, and submit it with your application process. We guarantee the department will accept the bond because we work with A-rated sureties, and if they don't, we'll either fix the problem or you get your money back. How to keep your dealer bond active. The Florida auto dealer bond is continuous, and this means that once you submit your initial bond with your application, that same bond can stay on file as long as you pay the renewal premium. Florida is a little bit unique because there are actually strict deadlines for both the license and the surety bond. Here are those deadlines and the bond terms for each license. Independent dealers, wholesale dealers, auction dealers, and salvage dealers all have a bond term of May 1st to April 30th. Franchise dealers and service facility licenses have a bond term of January 1st to December 31st. Mobile home dealers, mobile home brokers, recreational vehicle dealers have a bond term of October 1st to September 30th. And again, as long as you pay your renewal premium on time, your initial bond can stay on file. You don't have to do any additional paperwork or resubmit anything to the department. All right, I hope you stuck with me through this whole video, and I really hope that you now understand what an auto dealer bond is and why Florida requires it. The whole process to get bonded only takes about 1 to 2 business days max, so if you're looking to get your bond right now, start today and get it done. See how low of a price you can get. You can fill out, and there's a link in the description where you can actually fill out the online form, or you can call 1-800-608-9950 and talk to your bond specialist today. Do me a favor, hit that like button. It's going to help YouTube put this video in front of other Florida dealers so that they too can understand the bonding requirement. And if you have any questions, ask in the comments. I'll personally answer you to make sure that you're 100% clear on all this information. Thanks for watching.